gave it a good shot.
A good go. That was a hard one to
Think
win.
about that before you said that.
Because Spice Girls without Posh Spice, I mean, I believe in my argument, but I secretly do want to see Posh Spice be part of it, so I'm glad
I mean,
Al.
would you go see them if it was the complete set?
Yeah, of course. But if Victoria Beckham is so a different person than Posh Spice, they become two different people, really. I think it's okay.
Remember when TLC was going to replace Left Eye and then they didn't?
Yes.
They had that TV show?
Yes. But Al is one of my favorite people to go up against because he's incredibly hardworking, a good speaker, and then makes lots of fun of me, so I get to poke fun back. So that's the best kind of debate you can have.
That's always good.
It's always good.
Now, Tori, earlier today, we sent Tori out in the mornings.
I know. Go do your thing.
Go do assignments. So, Tori, tell us about your shoot today.
So it's really exciting. I'm a foodie, and I got to go to the brand new Whole Foods that just opened in Union Station. It's their flagship store now in Denver because they have a new mac and cheese bar. And it was everything I ever dreamed of.
This is going to be coming up later in the week, and we're going to, you're not going to want to miss the surprises.
No.
But
I also got sick at the store. I tried too many at once. I'm lactose intolerant.
Something to see, though, right?
It's something to see, is for sure. And the best part was like they cleared the way for me, so they're like, this whole bar is yours for this break. And I was like, it was like fairies and bluebirds came down. So what's interesting is they had pork and beans barbecue.
Well, don't give too much.
Okay, they had normal, but they also had lobster. That's the one I wanted to talk about. It was very interesting. But if you're East Coaster like I am, you want your Boston lobster. This was more like Colorado lobster.
Oh, smaller?
It was smaller and a little tougher, but I'm used to like...
Drove a Subaru?
It did. It was like a good at skiing. It likes to wear Tevas and hike. It was like a Denver lobster.
What do you guys like on your mac and cheese?
Yes.
Let us know. I'm a fan of a little crumbled up Ritz cracker.
I like a crunch. I like a crunch.
I hate to burst her bubble, but we gotta go talk to Ebony right now. Ebony. Why do you keep saying, it's the second time you said that in the Titanic, the band is black. And I literally, these are not black men. They're I think they're Italian. And he starts to play.
Well, they were swarthy.
And then
they were swarthy.
Look, and so he turns it. That's not an African American man. Then he comes back. So the viola comes back. Then the cello guy with the mustache. You guys.
Now this has been changed. Somebody, I know that I saw some black people on. Look at them. Look at them. No.
No, maybe you.
Now look over there. Look back there. Look at them. Look in the back.
I think you're thinking of Steve Harvey in what is that? His stand-up, The Kings of Comedy.
I will stand corrected.
He's like, they were playing as the band, as the ship went down. He's like, cool the gang, they'd be out. And that's, I think you're getting it from Steve Harvey.
Well, you know what? It isn't about race. Those men that were playing in the band, no matter what color they were or their ethnicity, they should have been handled and gotten out. Who wants to listen to relaxing music when the ship is going down?
The band plays on.
They worked. They did their time. They should have been able to go.
Well, they had not gotten their check yet. I'm sure they had direct deposit.
Waiting for do you think they had the direct deposit in 1906?
They may have.
1908.
Jen Widerstrom, get away from me. I love you, DBL Nation. It doesn't matter what
I just
color.
wanted to
They
show
should have been
you.
seated first.
And then they're like, we got to do this. All right,
We had some comments going on.
Sorry. Okay, thanks for letting me do that with you. Okay, let's see. Oh, you got Dina, Jake's really Jeff gets best dressed today? Let's look at Jeff really quick. Hold on. Can you go feet to head a little bit? Jeff, you got best dressed today for hashtag purple rules.
Guess what? Because Jeff, Hannah definitely dressed me. Hannah hooks it up.
It's the moon.
I've been begging for a sweater, not a sports coat.
Sweaters, not sports coats. Very cool. Jeff said it first. And I think they get
some more.
Oh, Joy, you were sweet. They could have picked somebody different besides Blake. I don't know, maybe with the sexiest man alive for what that she's referring to. You know, he is funny. He's musical. It's not just about his looks. There's more than that. Maybe that's what makes him sexy. So here you go, guys. Tell me what you think makes a man sexy, right? Give us your DBL take. I'd love to hear what you think. And then I'll pick the next one.
Cool, so we're just going to read your guys' comment about mac and cheese. At Phil Cohen says, Jason, broccoli with roasted breadcrumbs. That does make it healthier and has a nice little crunch to it. Diane Sawyer says, I went out for lunch yesterday, had loaded mac and cheese from Jim and Nick's. I had pulled barbecue chicken on mine. That's a meal and a half, and I'm proud of you, Diane Sawyer. I hope you are that real Diane Sawyer. Barb says there's a place we go that is really good buffalo chicken mac and cheese in Ashland, Massachusetts. So we definitely got to get a pic from that, Barb. And also Katrina Wright says, I like bacon bits on my mac and cheese, similar to what Jason was saying. Adds a little crunch, a little saltiness. It's a mushy flavor, so you really want to get it in that. And Katrina Wright also says she likes my dress. So I wanted to bring that up as well because I'm vain. Let's go over here. What do you like on your mac and cheese?
Well, actually, there's this place right by my apartment it's a dive bar. It's called Ogden Street South.
I love dive bars.
They have the best mac and cheese.
Now, what makes it special?
It's a green chili mac and cheese.
So it's like a Colorado.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's delicious.
Hey guys, it's Jason back with the digital team, and Tori has a great Taylor Swift story. But have you ever gotten into a New York cab and thought, I wish that cab driver was on a calendar?
Never.
I was wondering.
It's a long shot, but I like that it's raising good money.
It is. That's great.
Yes.
It's great for a good cause. And you have a Taylor Swift
Yeah, I just
story.
want to bring this up. I know some people have a mixed feeling, and Brett will back me up on this. She was asked after Jimmy Fallon's mother died. She did SNL. They just said, hey, come over. You're in New York. Can you be our musical guest? Jimmy Fallon's mother died. It's his first show back. She said absolutely. Showed up without rehearsal, and he told the story yesterday how he squeezed his mother's hand 3 times to say, I love you. Well, she sang an acoustic version of her new song. What is it called? New Year's Day, thank you. And one of the lyrics says, you squeeze my hand 3 times in the back of a taxi. This is combining all of our stories.
Wow.
And Jimmy, in silhouette, just loses it. And at the end of the song, she sits there really nicely, getting applause, and she turns, and Jimmy is running over, and she stands up, and if you guys can Google it, chills all over already. They hug in such a way, and then on the mic, you hear him be like, oh, it's perfect. You
They hadn't heard the lyrics.
They hadn't heard the lyrics. That's right,
It was
Kelly.
just a
And the
coincidence.
fact that she
Yeah.
said it, I think Jimmy felt like maybe his mom Gloria was with him at that moment. Here, take a look really quick.
So she just finishes
This is
the
when you
song,
see the real hug, and then
they hug.
look, he's just,
Says thank you, Taylor.
yeah. You could tell that hug means something, you know? And that's just really special. So I wanted you guys to hear that. Chills all over, crying all over, back to SmackDown. Thanks.
Guys, that was good.
I can go in with any confidence. I totally believe.
Sometimes it's true. Like, to be honest, Ebony's right. Like in SmackDown, sometimes you believe in your cause. Sometimes you got to take a side you might not
Right.
have believed in before,
Yeah.
and play devil's advocate. And usually, you can tell.
My next comeback was going to be, though, and tell me if you guys think this is good. I was going to talk about photo albums. No one really does photo albums now.
That's the way to record.
That's the way I should have brought it.
You
The
should've
way that
started with
I
that.
should've
Instagram
started.
memorialized.
Instagram, yeah.
Yep. And keep in touch on Facebook. I keep in touch with my nieces and nephews.
Yeah,
They're under 10.
grandparents would be able to see
Yeah,
grandkids.
Or
Yeah.
when you see someone in the store, you're not pulling out your wallet. Oh, let me show you a pic. Oh, let me show you Sophie. It
Yeah, it's
goes
cute.
right
It's
to
a good
her
point.
Instagram
That's a
page.
great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you would have won it had you said that.
Yep. Too bad, Ab.
What's
Too
your
bad.
charity, Sam?
Oh, the Gentle Barn. The Gentle Barn is an incredible. Go to gentlebarn.org. They save abused farm animals and they rehabilitate them, and then they take those farm animals and they help those rehabilitated farm animals save children that were formerly abused. So they have found that the interaction between these farm animals and the mistreated children, that it actually soothes and helps the children. Yeah, they have this bond, and it's an unbelievable place. Go to gentlebarn.org.
California? Out of California?
Santa Clarita, Tennessee, they have a few
All over
gentle
the
barns.
country. All right,
Yep.
cool. Check them out, guys. We'll be back after this in the next break. Hey guys, it's Jason, and it's Wednesday, and no week would be complete here without a DBL game with Jen and Tori.
In the dark.
Our 2 most competitive people. And so what we're gonna do is, because Sexiest Man Alive came out today, we're gonna play a round of Sexy or Nexty. So I am going to feed these guys names of male celebrities, and if they were once the sexiest man alive, they're gonna say sexy. If they were never the sexiest man alive on People Magazine, we're gonna say Nexty. So I'm
This
gonna
is not opinion based. This is strictly,
This is strictly
if they
factsy
had the
facts.
crown.
if they had the crown or not. So I'm gonna start the timer.
We do it at the same time?
No, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2.
We're gonna toggle.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do
You get the
it.
first name, I get the second name.
I see.
We're gonna get it.
Mel Gibson,
Sexy.
ding. Jude Law,
Nexty.
sexy. Matt Damon,
Sexy.
ding.
That's an easy one.
Denzel Washington,
Oh, sexy.
ding.
Yeah, that's good.
Bono,
Ooh, sorry. Nexty.
ding. Emilio Estevez.
Oh, that's a hard one.
I'm gonna go for it. Sexy.
Okay,
first wrong answer.
Johnny Depp,
Definitely, like 2 times.
I should get
ding.
easy ones.
Nick Nolte.
Nexty.
Nope, 1992. Leo DiCaprio.
Definitely sexy.
Nope,
Never got it.
Jude Law.
See, everybody skips in. Jude Law, you already asked me. Sexy.
Ah, you're right, I did.
You're
All
right.
Ben Affleck.
I'm gonna say Nexty.
Sexy, 2002. Kirk Cameron.
Oh, I'm gonna give sexy.
Never. Nexty.
Tracy Gray.
Patrick Dempsey.
McDreamy.
McDreamy.
Nope, never. Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think this is right. Well, that's got to be a yes. Sexy.
Yes,
He's
Ding,
very
2010.
Oh,
Yeah, he's-
time out.
Who won?
We have more time. Give us a little more time.
I know, okay, this is just fun. Liam Hemsworth,
I'm gonna say not yet. Nexty.
right? You were right.
Okay, soon.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, please. Hey, Wolverine. Boop, sexy.
Yep, okay, Chris Pratt.
Not yet. Nexty.
Okay, The Rock.
Oh, last year. Hey, baby.
Oh.
Ryan Gosling.
blah blah blah.
We had to read the cards. Or no?
Sexy.
No,
No, he
never.
never-
What?
Nexty.
I know.
Oh,
And
you know what?
last,
I think he said
Harrison
no to it.
Ford.
Oh, Harrison's gotten it. Sexy.
I think Gosling was offered it and turned it down.
I
I'm
don't
not
think you
kidding.
can turn
Well,
it
that
down.
really
I think we're gonna look into that.
The,
Doesn't
the
make a
fans
difference.
vote.
It's still The Rock.
Oh my God.
I don't like talking on the phone, so I'm definitely a texter.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So guys,
Not only do I not
not
call,
sure about the time yet. but
if
same
you
as
call
last
and leave a
time.
voicemail, this is really bad.
Check them anymore.
I don't check the voicemail. Oh, here's the other thing. There is a app that you can have your voicemail be a text, and I can't find it. So if my husband has it, I can't find it. So I don't have to listen. It's something about hearing the voice. I guess it's like Google Voice. Thank you, Chris. So,
Oh, there you
so in
go.
case I don't like
You check
hearing
your
the voice.
I do. But see, if you leave a voice message, then you get credit for the call. You're like, I called you, I left a message. You know what I mean?
That's a passive way of like saying like, I called you.
Yeah, but I mean, I think call is more personal. I'm more of a caller. Like, hey man, we're going to dinner. I'm calling you because I'm like, we have to be there at 7:15. I'm not texting you. I'm not dealing with this stuff. Because
Then
a
I don't
text,
do it.
a text is an easy excuse to be like, oh man, I didn't get your text. I
That's
didn't
why
hear it.
I
I didn't
do
see
it.
it. It's an excuse. A text is an excuse. Pick up the phone, talk to somebody.
But the problem is, I don't know about you, but 5 minutes into the call, then I'm like, oh, I'm
I'm
over
done.
the call. Like, just
Totally.
text me. This is getting taken
Like,
way
just
too
tell me
long.
But
BRB.
that's when you go, hey man, I'm going into a parking garage, dude. I'll call you right back.
And you go,
Later.
and then you go.
I like how I hung it up because the last time I did this.
You're like using a rotary phone. What does that even mean? No, I don't like even hearing the voice of my mother on the voicemail. I know that sounds
She doesn't
bad.
mean that.
So I don't mean it in a bad way, but I want to see a text. So Google Voice writes out what you're actually hearing in the voicemail. So there you
Text
go.
us your thoughts in the next break. Totally. Now, this is when Ebony ascends into the loft.
Do I ascend?
From the
I
main
like
floor.
that.
You practically
You got
float
cards for
like
me?
an angel.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
what goes through Ebony's mind as you walk up to the loft every day?
You know, when I'm walking right here, you look down right here. I hope I don't trip over this cord. That's the
good.
first thing
First
I see.
thing.
So I make sure I step over that. Then I say hey to my friends over here in digital because they're always working so hard. Yeah. Then I wonder if they're still looking when I walk up the steps. So I make sure I
Do a little booty wiggle?
I give them a little something to look at. You know, how you doing? You never know.
And now we're up here. The air is a little thinner.
And guess what? This is Sharon, also known as Smurf.
Hello, hello,
We have a
hello.
ritual. What is the ritual?
Check her out, baby. Check her
She
out.
looks me up and down.
She
How are my
looks
bangs?
good.
Are they separating a little bit
Yes,
right
they
there?
are
See,
separating.
she always tells me
Earrings
that kind
are
of
better
thing.
today.
And I kind of
And
look
you have
over.
a string on your belt.
I do. A string on my belt. Can you help me there, Tracy?
Like this.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Done.
Don't pull it too hard. The whole thing will fall apart. I didn't pay that much for it. And then I look over my cards, and then sometimes I say, oh no, they're empty. Where are my cards? And then Lexi runs, and she brings them to me, and then we're all good. But this is wonderful. It's going to be a great show, okay? Make sure you go to Facebook Live, YouTube, and always follow us. We're here all the time. We don't even go home. We have little cots in the back, all right? That's how we do it at Daily Blast Live. Mwah.
Well, we're going to talk about toys that you might have in your attic that might be worth way more money than you think. So stick with us because if you've got a Furby like sitting in your basement,
Or like that one Beanie Baby that you had no idea.
you might be able to cash in big time this holiday. So stick with us, okay? We'll see you in a second.
I'm just dancing with no music and it's going on too long.
2 minutes, guys.
And still going. Rolling with the homies.
Steven Tyler, PJ.
It's a lot more time. I feel like perhaps Jason should come back.
Sorry, I didn't realize there was more time.
And I offered nothing.
Yeah, because like everyone's
You're like-
watching.
Yeah.
Great job.
And I was like,
See, this is some behind the scenes.
This is some real behind
So
the scenes.
Eb didn't have her cards in my ear to like keep reading, but then Eb already started talking. So these are little things you have to deal with while you're
Live
listening.
television.
It is live, yeah.
You guys are becoming pros at this.
Yeah, no, the producers are always talking in my ear, so sometimes when they're saying something, you know what I mean, I can't pick up what they're saying because they want me to move on to the next story. So
Right.
it's just behind the scenes. That's what's
a
cool
lot.
about this show.
These guys with these mic pieces, if you could listen to what was going on in their ears like throughout the whole show, it's enough to make you schizophrenic.
It's like, and what's interesting is if you have it in this ear, we molded it to our ears. But if Jeff's trying to talk to
that's
me,
how I have to take it.
I'm just nodding because I don't know what he's saying.
So
'Cause I got
the
Rena
producers
late.
in my ear, they're talking and Tori's poking me. She's like, "Was that funny?" And I have all this going on. I'm like, "Wait till the end of the segment."
Al, tell
And
me
the
your
answer is
story
no.
about molding it to your ear.
Oh yeah.
I just got the receipt back for that. I had to we were making our earpieces and some broke off and it's like a liquid at first and then it solidified in my ear and I couldn't hear all weekend and then I went to urgent care Sunday and they blasted out of my ear. I'll give you the picture. We'll put it up on a.
We should. It was
Yes.
it was scary.
And what's interesting is Al was the only one that's like, I don't think we should be doing
I
this.
said that to
was on the
Jason and you were like,
is this
Like,
safe?
hey, this is what all TV hosts do. Just slam this liquid in your ear.
and then let it.
And then he was like,
What could
hello,
possibly go
hello.
wrong?
Yeah.
And we'll film it.
You know, I love
Jason
my
decided
earpiece
to
so much.
film it.
It was almost
And
worth
then
it.
we had
though.
a
The
group
earpiece feels
text.
So good.
It
Oh,
feels
mine too.
great.
We had a group
Yeah.
text on Saturday. He's like, yeah, so. And he's
I'm
like,
in
"Ah."
ER.
Yeah, I'm at the
At the
ER.
doctor's office. We're like,
Yeah, we went to Punch Bowl Social that weekend. That was that weekend.
That's right.
But he's okay now, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
DBL took care of me.
We're dancing.
What else do you want to talk about?
Erica, this year, did you text your parents or did you call your parents more?
I just talked to my mom a couple hours ago, so definitely call.
You call her.
Yeah, I don't text my mom as much because
No, I didn't.
she's not great at it.
Does she tend to text an entire phone conversation?
120, how many videos?
No, but she'll text me like a selfie to show me her new hair, and it's like this
Does she cut off her own head
all
in
the time.
selfies?
All the
Oh,
time.
my grandmother
Yeah.
used to cut off heads in photos all the time.
Yeah.
Tori,
You guys know, I said something about not picking up my mom's voicemail, and then ironically, she texted me and said that was mean. So I wanted to apologize to my mom. And also, my dad came up with the Sandman thing for Hanukkah, not my mom. Just quick
she's
correction.
clarifying.
But it's interesting. She texts me during the show about me not listening to her voicemails.
And she texts, I have to take, this is Tori's phone. I have to take it away because she gets distracted.
it's actually
Miss
true.
Shulman, you distract her during the show if you write something that upsets Tori.
That's
Tori's
true.
very sensitive.
I am.
very sensitive.
I'm like a fragile
Now
little...
your mom's gonna be mad at me.
I know, now Judy's
I just got a
pissed at
text.
him.
Judy, I wasn't being.
does live retractions in real time as the show's going on. So correction, Sandman was actually created by Tori's dad.
Yes.
Okay, well that's
Apologies, Mom. Judy,
We
I'm
love you,
sorry.
Judy.
We love you, Judy.
Sorry, Juju.
Elle Lloyd did not believe that we are live, so I'm going to do a dance and tell her that we are live, right? So Elle Lloyd, you are watching in Sacramento, California, and we're watching you, and we really are live. That's how dangerous this show really is. Andy Perkins, you're watching in Clinton, Maine. Love Maine. I always used to go to Waterville to Camp Matoka, around the campfire for 9 years. Maine is beautiful. I love their lobster. Some really good whale watching, although I'm scared of whales. We'll talk about that later. Carrie Hill is watching. We love it when you watch Miss Carrie Hill. I'm just going to take you guys a little bit around. This is some behind the scenes action. I'm just going to show you guys. Well, Al's just staring at me, so this is really what he does.
Hey, hello.
Will you be watching Titanic again? Have
No.
you ever seen it?
Yes.
Thoughts?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was
not a buzz, but I don't
cinematically
read the
beautiful,
buzz
and I
thing.
mean,
It's not a buzz.
I was just watching it like more like looking at the stage and like
The CGI almost.
yeah, the CGI, but just like what the dining room looked like and the attention to detail. I mean, the story was what it was, but you know, I thought the movie was visually stunning.
You know what's interesting? James Cameron directed that and Avatar. Avatar is the #1 highest grossing movie. Titanic is the second, so he's top 2. He's obviously doing something right. But I much preferred Titanic because of those visuals than Avatar. I didn't like Avatar. Did you see it?
I did see Avatar.
Did you like it?
It was fine. I didn't.
Titanic to me I was more invested, I guess.
Right. I mean, Avatar and those movies have to be appeal to a wide range of people, and it did. It did its job. Avatar was something that 50-year-olds and 5-year-olds could watch. So
Yeah.
You know, try to make movies like that.
It's true. I got sick, nauseous watching Avatar in 3D glasses, and then tried to get out and ran into the red curtains on the side and like got lost. And it was just a low moment for me in terms of humility and esteem.
Do you think that affected how you viewed the movie?
Yeah, it made me feel nauseous. I don't really like 3D movies.
Right.
Do you? Let's ask the audience.
Yeah.
DBL Nation, are you a 3D type of person? Do you like 3D? Sierra Mackenzie, my favorite restaurant of all, is the Inn at Little Washington. It's in Washington, D.C. I'm too poor to ever go there again. I went there for my 15th birthday, and I've never forgotten it. Check it out, the Inn at Little Washington. Phenomenal. Al, really quick question. We had someone ask you, what's your best and worst moments on comedy? Phil Cohen, I think, asked both of us, what's one of your best moments on comedy and one of your worst moments?
What, like career-wise?
Yeah.
Definitely my half-hour special on Comedy Central was like one of my best moments, and worst was
Wait, so we're coming out right
man.
Okay.
I have a bad one.
I had the stomach flu one time performing, and that was a bad one.
In Denver, too, you almost fainted.
Yeah,
That's it.
That was it.
That's what people think that's a regular thing. Yeah, being sick on stage, like really sick, is the absolute worst.
Because you have to fake it.
Yeah,
Totally.
you have to fake it. You feel terrible.
Totally. My worst moment was when there were so few people they had to cancel the show. Have you ever at Flappers?
Oh, yeah.
In the Yoo-Hoo room, there was only 7 and they needed 8 and they tried to get someone off the street and they couldn't. That was my worst moment.
Did they tell them that you were performing in there?
I have no idea. It's over
And
in
my
the corner.
best
They want me
moment, I
to.
think, was probably opening for Lori Kilmartin, who's a big female comic that I really looked up to.
Lori's my girl.
Yeah,
That's my
so
girl.
that was a
Yeah,
big deal
she's
for me.
awesome.
Yeah, but comedy's hard. I mean, it's not it's grinding.
Now, when are you gonna start doing stand-up again? It's been a while.
I know this
Get
guy's
it
been
right.
killing it. I'm nervous about it and anxious because I'm rusty and I'm not as funny as this one. But you're right. It's something you got to get back in the pool.
You should start up. We should go
Whatever you
up together.
prefer.
Yeah, we should. But then I see how bad I really am next to this one.
Oh, stop. We'll go out this week.
All right, Jeff. They wanted to know this.
God,
what is
dude. Break
your
me down.
date night?
Yeah.
What is a little bit about the movie? They wanted to know.
The Murder on the Orient
I've read the book.
Express?
It's Agatha Christie, but they wanted
to spoil it so bad.
No, I will
No,
never.
don't.
I won't.
So what's the Murder on the Orient Express about?
Yeah, why are you
about-
plugging it like that?
Because it's about a murder.
The fancy train.
That's a train called the Orient Express.
Orient Express. That's right.
I mean, self-explanatory.
Okay.
It's a whodunit.
That's
Is
exactly
it Colonel Mustard on a train? I don't know. We'll have to see the movie.
Who wrote it?
Agatha Christie.
Yay! We're teaching Jeff things.
What? I know. See, he's
So
giving me
Jason's
bad
saying it's
reviews.
not good.
This is my first date night in like 6 months.
Who's keeping the baby?
Well, who can I go see? Everyone's.
So keep giving me questions and I'll keep answering them.
Hi, we had a question come through from Sierra, I believe Mackenzie, and we saw your question about specifically my favorite Biggest Loser moment. So it's tough because they're all so precious to me, but I will tell you, it was my first season, and it was the season with all the former athletes that were on there, and it was the 3rd week of the show, so we were close enough to where we were all kind of emotionally connected, but still not on the show long enough to really kind of get a good read on everybody. So anyways, I walk into the gym and everyone's got their heads down. They just came back from a challenge and JJ was just a mess. He was tearing up and I was like, what? Tell me just what's happening. Are we losing somebody? You know what I mean? Like, I'm new to the show. I don't know what the heck's going on. And we all cried around, and JJ starts crying. He goes, we lost the challenge, and we have to send somebody home. And he starts losing it. So I start losing it. And then I'm like, well, who's going and who's going? And they're like, we won the challenge. We're just kidding. And I was like this close to like sobbing and losing it. And they just were rock stars. I mean, I don't know if everybody remembers, we went 10 weeks without losing a single challenge. So that's definitely my favorite memory. And I actually just talked to JJ the other day. He's doing great. He's he's doing great with his job. He's all doing Spartan races everywhere. So anyway, that is one of my most favorite Biggest Loser moments.
Phil Cohen thinks Red Forest should be the sexiest man alive.
I totally agree, Phil.
We're going to pitch him for next year.